Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock by request, where it's a review of the movie Howling 5, The Rebirth. And this one comes to us from fellow YouTubers Resident Vania77 and TheWickerBoy. Okay. So, just like parts 3 and 4, this has nothing to do with parts 1 and 2. It's a completely different story. This one is about a bunch of people who are invited to a castle by the Count. No, his last name's not Dracula, and he's not that purple pointy-nosed dude from Sesame Street. Although it would have been kind of funny for every time the werewolf gets a victim, you'd hear, you know, one more victim, Sorry, that was terrible, sorry. Anyway, so a group of people are being brought in to this castle. And, of course, they're all having themselves one heck of a good time. When, of course, a werewolf starts to attack. So, basically, the people you need to remember in this movie, like it really matters, are Mary Lou, David, Richard, Jonathan, Gale, and a whole lot of others. Anyway, so what happens is that the werewolf starts to attack, and, of course, suspicion is going around. Everybody's kind of wondering, you know, who the werewolf is and everything like that. At one point, it's down to Mary Lou, David, and the Count, and they think that the Count is really the werewolf. You probably know who the werewolf is by now, right? Yeah. Well, the group finds out that they all have marks on them, and it's all because they are, well, somewhat related and orphans, somewhat related to a family that earlier in the movie were apparently cursed, that had a werewolf curse, and, well, yeah, I'm not sure how they're all related, but that's one big family, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, David and the Count battle it out. David winds up defeating the Count, and all seems well when David and Mary Lou embrace. And guess who the werewolf is? If you said Mary Lou, congratulations. You probably saw this one coming a mile away. Even if you saw it, you could probably tell Mary Lou is the killer, because, or the werewolf, I should say, because quite honestly, she was the worst actress in this movie. So, yeah, David and Mary Lou embrace. She looks out into the audience. I'm not sure what kind of audience will be watching this. And has the werewolf eyes. So, why did this movie suck? Oh, that was hard to say. This is one of those franchises that after the first one, it starts going downhill faster and faster and faster and faster. This one, even if it was related to the first two in some way, I don't think it would have made a whole lot of sense anyway. There are some horror franchises out there that they keep doing sequels, and you kind of wonder, what does this have to do with the previous one? You find out nothing. And the only thing the Howling series have anything in common with is, of course, werewolves. The character of Mary Lou seems like such a... well, let's just say burnt out light bulb, if you will. Yeah. There's just so much about this movie that is so freaking ridiculous and so silly, and I don't know what else I can say about this movie except avoid it. Again, it's bad. It's really, really, really bad. Well, we haven't quite gotten to bad yet. We will soon enough in this series. And I'm not talking about part 8, I already reviewed that one, but yeah, it's gonna get worse before it gets any better, gang. Howling 5. What can I say? Try to avoid it at all costs if you can. But there you guys have it, a review of Howling 5, The Rebirth. Which that part makes no sense. Special thanks to Resident Vania77 and TheWickerBoy for their request. I hope you guys will go check out their channels and subscribe to them. And if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. And if you've seen this one, let me know. Do you think this was the worst in the franchise, or can you think of something even more far worse? I can. Send it my way, and I will get on it ASAP. If you got a horror, sci-fi, horror, comedy, horror, or fantasy horror movie that involved castles, a count, a werewolf, and made no sense, and even the acting was worse than something from an Ed Wood movie, send it my way, and I'll get on it ASAP. Yeah, there you guys go. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.